Hey all, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to another haul video. Everything we're going to be looking at today came from eBay and the Fayetteville Antique Mall in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. So I have actually had a little bit of luck here and was able to win some things that I had been wanting for quite a while on the bay. And this was one of them. I paid $16 for this. It's from 1955, I believe. It's What Hollywood Can't Show Pinups. And basically it was printed to show, like, you know, pinups of the quote-unquote yesteryear. Like, we have Jean Harlow and then we have Marilyn Monroe. Jean Harlow was the blonde bombshell of the 1930s, whereas Marilyn Monroe was the pinup queen, or the blonde pinup queen of the 1940s and 50s. Well, she was a blonde in the 50s. So we've got Jean here, and we've got Marilyn here. On the back cover, we've got Ava Gardner, and she is, I guess was the modern-day Clairvaux. That was pretty racy for the 50s. I love this. Like, you just open it up, and there's a spread of Esther Williams in a bathing suit. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So that was the first item that I got. If you all would like me to do maybe like a premiere or something of this magazine, I would love to do that, and we could talk about it. I don't think there's any nudity in here, so I don't think I'll get flagged by YouTube. So that was a really good pickup for $16. Also for $16, I got a copy of the December 1955 Playboy magazine with the young, beautiful, blonde 21-year-old named Janet Pilgrim, who worked for Playboy at the time. I love the front cover where Janet is drawing the Playboy bunny in the foggy window. And to be perfectly honest with you, when I first saw the cover, even though I knew it was Janet Pilgrim, I almost thought it was Betty Grable, because if you get up close here and you look at her face, it kind of looks like Betty a little bit. So if you put her and Betty together, especially the way she's dressed, the way her hair's done, the way her makeup's done, I definitely think that they could have been twins at the time. Now I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture of the centerfold, because it is kind of awkward to do that and you'll get a glare. I went ahead and did that because it's not naughty. You can't see boobs, like you can't see nipples, you can't see lady bits. You have to remember, in the 50s, there were still some very, very strict censor rules, even with the film. So you couldn't really show much. I mean, even for the way she's posing for 1955, that was still pretty racy. Nowadays, we just laugh at it. It's like, oh, she's just barely showing her cleavage and showing her boobs. That's not naughty at all. Just goes to show you how far we've come from that in a 66-year period. But yeah, I love it, and I cannot wait to frame this and put it out at Christmas time. So for $24, I did get 4 sets of salt and pepper shakers. These 3 I'm going to be selling to help pay for the set that I will be keeping. So this set is a pepper and a tomato, and they're sitting on leaves. These will be available at one of my live sales, or if you just have to have them, you can always email me. My email is down in the description box. So these, I think I'll probably ask about $12 for. And these little ones here, which I think would look great in a camper, as Misty would say, probably about $5, $6 each. So that'll help pay for the set that I'm keeping. Now, I was hesitant to share this last set of salt and pepper shakers because of the controversy surrounding them and with what's going on in the United States right now. I've wanted Aunt Jemima and Uncle Moe's long before any of this controversy that's taking place right now, or before eBay decided to pull them off of their market. And why? Because Aunt Jemima was an entrepreneur at a time when that was just not heard of. And she was an American icon for generation after generation. And I feel that owning these salt and pepper shakers is my way of paying homage and honoring and respecting someone who was an American icon and probably went through some pretty horrific things that we couldn't even imagine taking place nowadays. Now, I know that there are probably some people out there who say, why do you own such things? You're racist for owning stuff like that. Those should be destroyed and not sold or shown in the public domain. While I understand their viewpoint, I would have to disagree. Keeping items like this in the spotlight is a way for us to remember not to go back in time and, repeat what happened in the past. Because you know what they say, those who fail to recognize the demons of our past are doomed to repeat it. Now, I am not a racist person by any means. I grew up in a very racially diverse community in Montgomery County, Maryland. It's one of the most racially diverse areas in the country, by the way. And I didn't see anybody different from me. Like, they were just kids that I went to school with. They were my schoolmates. They were my playmates. They were my friends. And we just didn't look at anybody any differently. It was normal to my brother and I. And to me, owning things like this, if they don't have, derogatory words or anything like that on them, which I would never want to own, to me is okay. I did get 2 Coca Cola trays, one from 1925 and one from 1914. This one I paid about $25 and change for. This one was $21.50 that I remember. Now, how do you know that this is an original? There is no Coca Cola bottle in the bottom right corner of this tray. And if we look at the Coca Cola logo, there is a trademark in the tail of the C in Coca. So that's how you know that these are authentic. Now, it's a little bit harder to see on the Betty Girl because it's a lot more faded. But it is there. And they never reproduced Betty in a square or rectangular tray. It was always the ovular tray that was reproduced. And look at the clear, crisp image of Betty. In the repros, it is not that pretty. Now, I'm hoping that I can get about maybe double what I spent for this one because it's a lot rougher than I remember it being in the pictures. But that's totally okay because I'm sure somebody out there is just looking for a placeholder until they can get a better one in their collection. And as you all know, I do have the Betty Girl in my collection. I had her already. And then I got this one. And my folks say that this one is in much better shape than this one over here. This one I paid, I think, like less than $20 for. The only thing that kind of bothers me with this tray is the fact that this is kind of faded, whereas over here it's like crisp and sharp. But no tray is perfect, and these are over 100 years old. So for them to be in the shape that they're in, while they're not mint, they're in pretty darn good shape. Now, I don't know what I'm going to ask for this one just yet. I have to do my research again. So we will see what happens, but that will be up for sale very soon. So I was really excited to get another one of those trays. So now we're looking at everything that I got at the Fayetteville Antique Mall. So this was the first item that I found. It's just a giant bowl here. I'm not exactly sure of the age of it. I don't even know if it's Indiana glass or what company made it. I haven't tested it to see if it glows, but I highly doubt that it does. It's got kind of this weird like bubble texture on the bottom of it. It almost reminds me of octopus tentacles. And it was only $5. I will do some research on it. And if it's not eBayable, I will go ahead and offer that to you all at a live sale. It's a really decent size, and it would look really neat on a dining room table as kind of like a console bowl. What do you all think? For about $20 on sale from $25, I got a 1978 $6 Million Man lunchbox. I love the graphics on this piece. I think it is super, super fantastic. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. Look at the bottom. So cool. And we've got here, it looks like he's fighting, who is that? What am I trying to think of? Bigfoot. And we've got him with one of his like 70s cars. So cool. And then on top, yeah, sorry guys, I'm not holding this up as well as I'd hoped. Oh, I didn't show you all the back. This is what the back looks like. Very, very cool. I haven't decided whether or not I'm selling this just yet. It does go for pretty decent money, probably about maybe 40 to 50 depending on the condition. Now mine is in overall very good condition. It is dented on the one side. I don't know if I showed you all that or not, but you can probably tell, but just by looking at that. But overall, I still think that that's a very fun piece. So I got this book half off at $2. It's a little golden book. It's the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I love the front cover. And let's see. It tells us the year here. 1958. That's awesome. And there's the first page. Look at that. That is just amazing. Oops. I just couldn't say no to that. Not for $2. So now we're looking at everything that I got in the second building. It's actually the main building. I start in the building B, then I go to A, and then I go to C. So most of the stuff that you're going to see came from my favorite booth where everything is 50% off. So I only paid $10 for this absolutely amazing image of probably a woman in the late teens, early 1920s. I think some of you all said on Instagram that she's holding apple blossoms, not cherry blossoms. But I really, really liked that, and I just could not say no for $10. I mean, I looked at it, and I said, you're coming home with me. I think this would look fantastic in spring vignettes, and I just love the dress that she's wearing. It's very sheer and kind of revealing for the time period, don't you think? I paid $8 for this coastal shade. He's actually had this for quite a while, and something about it just said buy it this time. It's got a bunch of different like coastal designs on it with the lighthouse and the ship and everything. And it's in really good shape too. It's one of the clip-on shades that goes right onto the light bulb. So I thought that was neat. And for $7, I found this really awesome serving tray. It's just got a bunch of gaming type things on it. And one of the malls here in town, a vendor has one of these for over $50. I'm like, really? You want $50 for that? It's cool, but it wasn't $50 cool. So when I saw this one for only $7, I went ahead and picked that up because I just thought it was really cool. So I did get a great assortment of items from my favorite booth. So it's all mixed in here, so it's not all going to be from him, but yeah. So if it has an orange sticker on it for the most part, which is probably where most of it came from, it's going to be half off of the price. I did find another one of those Scotch tape tins. It was only $2. I had to have that. This did not come from his booth. It was 20% off. It's a Napco Crooner Boy. It's almost made to look like a Hummel. I always call these kinds of figurines like Hummel knockoffs, just because it's fun. But it could very well, I mean, they did a really good job. They did make it look like a Hummel. It was Napco, and it was $4. I've never seen a Clorox bottle with a neck like that. It's got Clorox embossed on there. It was $4.50. I don't normally buy these because I know that they're very common, but I've never ever seen one with a neck like that. That was just very different to me. I got this cute little doggy here for only $2. This was actually locked in a case. Something, again, I've never seen before. It's a Dixie Riddle Cups belt. Never seen that before in my lifetime, and I don't think it's going to say when it was made. If I had to guess, I would say probably the 70s, just judging by the bright colors. But I thought that was really unique. This is super, super cool. It's another one of the Scotch brand tape tins, but it's for electrical tape. And I only paid $1 for it. Again, never seen one of these before. It's just a tube. It's not a tin, sorry. Well, it is a tin. It's a tin tube. I think somebody's gonna really want that. For only $5, I got a blue opalescent Lily of the Valley stretched glass vase in perfect condition, no cracks, no chips. Yep, there's the price tag, $5. And I think I should have no problem getting $30, $35 for that piece. Amy actually talked me into getting this. It's a pinup postcard. It says a good mixer. The Shake 'em Up Girl. And that was $3. Now these were really interesting right here. I knew that they were older. They were $1.99. They're peace sign earrings. And what made me think they were older is look at the clasp on them. To hold them in place in your ear. Never seen that before. So I definitely had to take those. I'm not exactly sure if they are sterling or not, or sterling silver. I don't know that they are, but either way, they're going to go in the junk jar because I've never seen that kind of clasp before. So I knew that those had to be older. For only $2.50, I picked up what I believe to be a hair receiver. There's no frog in there, but I guess that's, some came with it, some didn't. So that was $2.50. It's very intricate, very shabby chic. And I just couldn't say no for $2.50 because I know I can sell that for more than that. Now this was a steal of a deal. Look at this deco vanity set. Isn't it just incredible? I don't want to blind you all with the mirror, but there we go. Yep, $2.50 I paid for that. I'll more than likely save that for my future house because I love the look of that. So I just could not say no for $2.50. I mean, that's a killer price. For only $7, I got a really awesome large Coca Cola patch. I will more than likely be putting that into my ephemera book. And the last thing I got from one of my favorite booths is this miscellaneous bag of stuff. It was only $2. I haven't gone through it yet, but I see some vintage barrettes and stuff like that in there. So we will see what's in there. I may pull out what I want, and then I'll probably try selling the rest of it. But for $2, you just can't say no. Okay, so this is from the last building that they had there. And I think I did pretty well. I got something for a friend there, so I'm really excited about that, and I hope she'll like it. So the first thing I got was $8. It's this basket with a really nice intricate cast aluminum handle. It's made by the Colonial China Company in the US of A. It's got a really nice design on it, and I really like the color. I've never seen anything like it before, so I felt that I should get that for the $8. Over here, we have this 1960s Mambo's Coconut Macaroons tin. It's been at this antique mall for a few years, and I've admired it each time I've gone, and I just decided to go ahead and buy it this time. It does have some really neat graphics all around it. Let me see if I can get to... Here we go. And it was made by the Valley Brook Farms in Hamilton, New Jersey. It does have a 5-digit zip code, so that dates it to after 1963. But that doesn't matter to me because I still like the fun, festive colors. And if we go to the Black Rose, someone has this exact same one and they want like $35 for it. So paying $12 was well worth it. And I did look it up on eBay and it goes for about $13 to $15. So I got it for just a little under the retail price and I didn't have to pay shipping. And I love it, so I just couldn't say no. For 50 cents a piece, these were in the showcase, by the way. Stay put. I got this cutout of a lady. It's just from a magazine, but she's very 1930s. And this Valentine's postcard is unfortunately cut up. But I just love the sweet image of the girl listening to something, probably on the radio. Oh, Station Love. So I just had to rescue that. And for 50 cents a piece, you just can't go wrong. And the last item that I got at the Fayetteville Antique Mall is this really awesome child shovel. It was originally $13, but I got it 20% off, so I only paid $10.40. Look at the graphics of the kids building a snowman. Now, it does have some rust, but that is totally okay because this is old. And I love it. I saw it, I saw the graphics, saw the price, and said it had to come home with me. Can you imagine this next to an aluminum Christmas tree? How great would that be? So that is everything that I would like to share with you all today. Let me know down below in the comment section, what was your favorite item that I picked up? So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure and click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to get notified when new videos are uploaded. Be sure and check me out on Instagram, the link to it is down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys!